All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sense of Humor's podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. Today I am your host, Travis, or Phantom Voyager. Also here with my buddy and co-host, Tyler or Multimite.
What is up, everybody?
So usually we start with small talk. I'll go first. To clear the elephant in the room here. Yeah, I'm sick. Been sick for 4 days. About right now. Um, I don't feel great, so if I do sound a little raspy or sound a little off, that is why. I might sound just plain tired, but just because I am tired. But other than that, it's just I want to talk. Well, it's kind of what's gonna lead into today's like topic. So like it's small talk, but the new trailer for Daredevil came out for Born Again
I
Chat.
did I
So
did see that one.
that made me very excited. I want to talk about that. Um, other than that, just been working a whole lot. Every single day this week, it's just been me and one single tech because everybody else wants to call off because they're sick or they just don't want to come in. Um, so it's been just a busy, stressful week. Other than that, just been looking at apartments and potential homes to rent out and to like do a rent to own type deal. And I got a job offer for working on boats with Bass Pro Shop. I don't know if I mentioned that last week or not, but I mentioned it today. Um, Anything for you, buddy?
Um, I mean, kind
Kind
of.
of.
Like, I
I
kind of
kind of
gave you
gave
the
you the
story,
store.
but so the reason why I haven't been streaming a whole lot. Well, to be fair, I should have streamed Monday and Tuesday last week. I had both those days off. But I didn't. And then, of course, the days that I wanted to stream, and, well, and I mean, I did stream once, and it was because of the regular show collab, which is my little bit of pop culture that I'll bring to the table. I've also been rewatching regular show, and then right after that, Travis?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can TP to me if you need to. But, yeah, so I had an injury that kind of called for um, workers' comp, which was admittedly more humiliating and annoying than anything. But I can like kind of laugh about it now. Like there's just like a few select things that I'm really worried about, but like I probably shouldn't be. Even my assistant manager. Anyway, so what had happened was I was working, and for people who don't probably know, this is like their first episode for some reason. I work in a tire shop, so I work with cars. I put the tires and wheels on the vehicles. We call them assemblies because it's the full thing. But I was taking off this very clumsy assembly off the changer, so like I had a hard time putting it up, and I had a hard time taking it down. So what I thought was smart is I'd roll it off. But when I was rolling it off, I was rolling it so I was facing it like head on. So I rolled it off the machine. It hits the machine, so it kind of bounces because, rubber tires slightly filled with air.
This is a lot.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. Um, and it hit me right in the groin. And that was like not terrible the first day, but then the next day I woke up with my left testy hanging a little higher than the right one, and I was flipping out because it wasn't going back to normal, and it was 2 days had passed, and finally I went to my boss. I'm like, bro, I need something. Like I need to go somewhere. I need to fix this, whatever. Give me the works. And he calls up the people that basically give me workers comp. And full disclosure, everything is fine. I'm okay. It was just a very painful and again humiliating experience. Okay, having a stranger touch your balls is a little weird.
It is. I hated it.
Yeah, and honestly, having that happen before a girlfriend or something before that happened to me, man, kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. On the whole record thing, I
Kind of a party trick, I won't lie.
yeah. So yeah, that kind of sucked, but I'm okay. And again, I can laugh about it. It's funny, and I mean, it's not hilarious, but like it's enough where like people could bring it up and I can laugh it off. So like, yeah, I'm not overly um what's the word? Like I'm not gonna be a drama queen here or anything.
Overly dramatic, yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, it really is nothing to be dramatic about. Like the fact, see, and the pain wasn't even the worst part. For me, it was like, what if I did permanent or um, long-term damage that would cause me to be out of work for like weeks? And obviously, with workers' comp, you kind of get paid for that anyways. But it's the fact that like, I didn't want to be sitting around at home all day. And yes, that would have probably given me more time to stream, but I'd rather not have had like ball surgery and then just stream while recovering from that. In fact, I probably would be pretty freaking miserable and probably wouldn't want to stream. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I've been out of commission. And like Travis said, he's been sick, so he's been out of commission. So, you know, give us some time to recover, recuperate, and everything. I'm glad we were able to do the podcast, but, we're just two human beings that do want to be content creators, obviously, but, you know, for people who can understand, like, hey, we're in a lot of pain and, recovery time. So, especially Travis, that his freaking boss made him work while he was
Yeah,
sick.
that was bullshit. So I'll explain. So like, I call them the day it was. So I okay. So I um Thursday I started feeling symptoms. Friday it hit me, and it was my day off. So I'm like, perfect. It's already my day off. I'm sick. This is just fantastic. And then Saturday comes along, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Most of it's got out of my system. I'm like, if I call off, I can stay home for just 2 more extra days and be fully ready by Monday. Um, and I call my boss, and he goes, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I go, "Hey, I need to call off. I'm not feeling too good. I don't want to get anyone else sick." And yada yada. And he goes, "Well, unfortunately, you have to come into work in order because we had two technicians already call off, and there's basically just going to be you and the master technician, and or I'll send someone in the back to help you." I'm like, um, okay, well, I'm sick, like I can't come in. And he's like, "Well, you kind of have no choice here." And I'm like, "All right." And so I come in and I'm working, and I told him straight up, I was like, "Hey, just let I'm sick, so don't like expect me to be like a fast mechanic machine back there. Like I'm already gonna get way more sick just being here, going in and out from the cold to the inside all day today, so I'm already gonna be pretty sick." And he's just like, "Yeah, yeah, well, we'll just play it by the ear, we'll just keep an eye out." And I'm like, "All right, great." So yeah, that was not very fun.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't sound like, and no offense to your boss, you're kind of an
Yeah,
asshole.
he's kind of
Like,
he
what the
is a
hell,
dick.
bro?
Yeah, yeah, he's a dick. Like we had. So this is another story. Like there's a kid. His name's Billy. Him and I have been friends for a while since he started. And oh, there it is. Sorry. So uh, he put his 2 weeks in, and this week was his first of those 2 weeks, so he still had one more week left. And my boss told him on Saturday, like, hey, you need to go to a different store because they need your help. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Because he's already transferred like 4 stores before he put his 2 weeks in. Like he's tired of that. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. My boss goes, well, you kind of have no choice. Like, I'm your boss. You do what I say. You go where I tell you to go. And he goes, well, no offense, but I don't work for you anymore. I put my 2 weeks in, and or I'm not even clocked in yet. And my boss goes, all right, well then, do you mind getting out of my shop then? And he goes, yeah, all right, see you later. And just grabbed everything and left. And I'm like, you know what? Like, you're my friend, but like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, I understand, like, my boss is being a dick and like forcing you to go somewhere, but like at the same time, like, I don't know. It's just,
I don't know. Like
it's
I
hard to have a
so
preference on that, you know?
it's weird how in sync our lives are because let me tell you, the guy that I've been talking to you about, like the one that I was gonna do a comic book with, he recently just got off. Like he recently just quit after working there for almost 6 years. So he recently quit too. And yeah, like kind of like you, he was like a really good friend, and or well, he still is. We still text and everything. We're still really good friends. And I'm honestly happy for him because he wants to go to school to be an art teacher, which I think is probably one of the coolest things ever. Because yeah, like that's kind of one of the reasons why me and him got along quickly. We both love art and we both love Spider-Man. Like that was like kind of the send off of like how we became friends. I'm assuming you and your friend also had like a similar thing, like where you guys just kind of clicked at some point.
Yeah, I really don't know what it was. I'll be honest. It's just one of those things. Like him and I were just talking about like cars, and then we started talking about like dogs, and we started talking about like like certain things we're into, like TV shows and whatnot. And I guess like we just like clicked. I don't know. Like we didn't really find anything in particular that we. I mean, maybe it was like the fact of like the hatred towards our job. I don't know. But
That
we
me and
just
him
clicked. I
definitely
mean,
share that in common.
so
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, my coworkers are the reason why I like stay is because like it's just a good work environment that way. But like it does suck to see like when some of your favorite people end up leaving. So I definitely, yeah, like I will miss him a lot because again like he was, he was the guy, like he was like you if you were here, like we would both be
mhm.
talking about comics and movies and stuff we were excited for. Like I feel like it's what me and you would have if you were here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
So
understand that.
so to kind of see that go does kind of suck because I don't feel like anyone at the shop that I work with now has that same love of comic books as me and him did. So yeah, like, and I mean, I at least get you on the weekends because you have Fridays off, and yeah,
You say it like it's like a
like a
co-parenting thing.
divorced parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least I get to have you on the weekends, you know.
Yeah, the wife
You're
said I couldn't
welcome,
have you
Dad.
more than the weekend.
You're welcome, Dad.
But yeah, no, like it does suck to see coworkers and also friends just kind of leave. And it's weird cuz like the shop feels so different now. Like I mean, I've gotten along with a lot of the new people too, though. Like, there are some people where I'm like, okay, you're just straight up lazy. But then a lot of them do pull their own weight and stuff. Like, they hop on cars, they get ready, they know what they're doing. They're relatively fast. So like, I'm all cool with that. But the social aspect is kind of gone now. Like, not to say that I won't like be talking with a group of the new people and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's really all I have to say, 2 cents wise. But I think people understand what I mean. Like, it
Uh,
sucks to see coworker slash friend just up and or not just up and leave. Like, he was debating it for a while, and honestly, again, I'm more happy for him than anything because he's been miserable at that job and he deserves a lot of happiness. Like, he's been through a lot, and quite frankly, I think he deserves it. So,
yeah.
you know, if you're listening, bro, hope you find happiness at this new job and then eventually college and, being a teacher and everything. So, but, yeah, that's really all I got for small talk. What about you? You got any more?
Um, not real. I mean, just besides like wanted to talk about Daredevil, not really. I mean,
Daredevil
um,
Born Again?
yeah, I'm really excited about that show because like we get to see him in his black suit, which is epic. I'm excited to see it. Um, and then you get like it's showing like a whole lot of things. Like I forgot her name. Um, the blonde chick that
Oh, Karen
Karen. Yeah,
Page.
yeah. It's like him and Paige. Like,
I don't
it's
like that.
yeah. It seems like they're together. Um, and I'll be honest. Like, I don't want to call her any name, but like it seems like she's always had a connection with Frank and him. So it's kind of like she's on like a. Because okay, this is weird. Because it's like it seemed like she was on Frank's side when Frank had his shit together a little bit. And then Frank didn't have his shit together, and then Matt did, and then she went to Matt, and then now, from what she thinks, is like Frank is, gone. So now she's with, Matt, and I'm like, okay, you need to pick one person, stick with one person. Like I get, like you can be friends and like, care for him or whatever, but like relationship wise, just pick a man and stick with the man. But
Yeah,
they also showed the
I
flashback with Foggy, and I'm like, well, that's definitely a flashback because that man's, he ain't coming back, unfortunately.
yeah, it really does suck like that they killed off, in my opinion, my like favorite side character, cause or supporting character, whatever he's really classified as. Cause yeah, no, I agree with you. I just wish they didn't kill him off so soon. Let it be like a slow burn more than anything,
Hmm.
or better yet, just don't kill him. But I mean, I guess writers had other ideas, and maybe even the actor was like, "I can't come back for long, but I can come back to play him one more time," and that was probably his send off. But who knows? There could be many reasons why he wasn't in the show fully. But
Okay, no, that makes me curious. Now, how would you feel if in Doomsday or after Secret Wars, like they somehow, for some whatever reason, bring him back? Would you be upset or would you be okay with him having a return moment?
I'd be okay with it because the same reason I'd be okay with them bringing back Aunt May, because A, that means they could give us a soft reboot, give us a more realistic Spider-Man, again, a longer lasting relationship with Foggy, and like all those uh variables make me want to see more of said characters, because I feel like a lot of the times side characters are what make the main characters the main character. Like Alfred with Batman. Like if he just up and died like the first movie of the DCU, I'm like, bro, Alfred's like the goat in like every
Hmm.
interpretation of Batman, and you kill him off. Like that would kind of suck. So yes, I'd be okay if they brought back Foggy and then just like the story is somewhat canon, but they changed one event because of it and everything, so everything's, you know, somewhat okay and back to normal. Like again, a soft reboot or reset, whatever you want to call it, just so we can have more time with characters that were, I feel like, taken from us way too soon. So, yeah, no, I'd definitely be okay with it. I'm sure a lot of people out there probably wouldn't because they're like, oh, but the impact and, like, so, yeah. I mean, personally, I want it more with Aunt May than anything. I'd be okay if Foggy stayed dead, but I'd also appreciate it. Like, that sounds way worse than I
Sounds
mean
so
it to
bad.
sound. But, like, what I mean is like, I want him to, like, if they do bring him back, do it the right way. Like, don't just be like, oh, here he is, no explanation needed. Like, I don't know. And I mean, they could probably, because didn't they bring back Elektra somehow? Like, I don't even remember. Like, because she died in season two, and then they brought her back to life for Defenders, and then she died again. Or, quote unquote, died again. We never saw a body, and I'm sure season four, if it ever happened, would have had something to do with her again. But yeah, no. Personally, yeah, no, I don't like Karen Page either. So
What's your reasoning behind not liking Karen Page? You just don't like the actor, or you
she's
just don't like Karen
sh-
Page?
she's just a very tragic character that doesn't seem to bring the right kind of positivity to the table. Like, I mean, I get that she's been through a lot. Like, she got her own brother killed, and her boss slash mentor was killed relatively quickly too,
Hmm.
and then she had to kind of do with the other guy who's kind of a jerk, but at the same time, like, kind of showed that same respect and love towards her as what was that editor's name? He was the one that got choked out by Wilson. I don't remember his name, but
Mm,
like,
mm-mm. I know what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I don't know his name. Yeah.
yeah, I can't remember. He was actually, so in the Spider-Man Noir comics, he was actually Peter's editor before um well, I don't want to say before Daredevil, but like he was in the Spider-Man Noir comics as Peter's editor at the time, which was kind of cool.
Mm,
So, like, I thought that was interesting because they shared the same name.
yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute, where do I recognize that name before? I looked it up, and yeah, I saw it was the character in Daredevil. I'm like, oh shoot, they put him in the Noir series. That's really cool. So that makes me wonder if there is a Daredevil Noir, like in Spider-Man Noir's universe, because that would be so freaking cool.
I
Like,
I
I would
I would I
love.
would imagine like there is like versions of like every superhero in their universe. It's just that's something I would be okay with seeing. It's
Yeah,
like
and that's the only thing I don't like really look forward to in the
oh.
live action Spider-Man Noir show is they're gonna make it like Toby and Andrews, where I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be Spider-Man Noir.
Mm,
Which is fine. Like, I mean, the Spider-Verse movies pulled it off and everything, so like why can't the live action show? But if you look at the latest posters, that version of Noir is not Peter Parker, even though in the comics it is very clearly Peter Parker, and instead he goes by Ben Riley, which is the name of Scarlet Spider's alter ego, which was weird to me.
okay.
So, and I don't know if they're doing that because they're like, oh, we don't want to confuse people, make it think like blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, come on, just keep it consistent, man. Like, I understand like you think people would be confused, but for crying out loud, we have two Batmans on the way. We have the Batman and then the DCU Batman. Like,
Yeah.
it should be fine. I mean, unless the big reveal in Batman 2 is that it's connected to the DCU, but we've been told so many times by both the director of the Batman and James Gunn that
They're
uh,
not.
Robert Pattinson isn't the Batman for the DCU and everything, but like, I don't know. Personally, I don't mind either way because I like the Batman. Like, I think Robert Pattinson did an awesome job. I loved seeing the detective Batman because I feel like we didn't get a lot of that in either of the other two interpretations. We got like the cool gadgets with Christian Bale, and then we got the cool fight scenes with Ben Affleck, and then we got kind of a mix of both for Robert Pattinson. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the riddles and the mystery and the solving wasn't even that great. And I'm like, okay, well, you also got to realize this is year two Batman
Yeah,
still.
this isn't like the ones that we're used to seeing is like year 40 or year 30 or whatever, year 20 or
Yeah.
something. So like he's like yeah, I mean that was my gripe when I originally saw it was like, oh dude literally flew straight into a sign like you don't know how to fly, Batman. But like like he flew straight, I think it was a bridge or what or a sign and then hit a truck or something. But like then I also remembered I'm like, well, I mean this is like year two. I grew up watching Batman when he was like several years in the practice, like already like Jason Todd is already Jason Todd and stuff like that. But like that also makes me wonder if like we're ever gonna see like Red Hood in like a live action film in that universe or what may be. But like it really did open my eyes to a lot newer capabilities.
Yeah, and honestly, I would love to see them redeem themselves with a Robin. Cause like now that's the new debate because originally they were gonna go with Damian Wayne as the Robin. Like they were gonna skip past all the other Robins, so that means they probably already exist and everything. But
Mm.
now they're switching it up. It's like so
Hmm.
James Gunn came out and said that's kind of changed and everything. And I think I just recently saw something about him saying he's directing the Batman movie now. Like originally he wasn't supposed to, but I think he is now directing the Batman because I don't know if anybody knows this, but do you know who was supposed to direct the Batman?
I do not know
Or not the Batman, but
the
the
DCU.
DCU Batman.
No, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So this pissed off a lot of people, including myself, because A, I was worried that they would ruin the project with the mistake of what they were going to do, but they were going to have the guy who directed the Ezra Miller Flashes movie direct
Oh hell
Batman.
no. Oh hell no.
Yeah,
Oh hell no.
yeah. So that was relatively changed quickly.
Good.
So yeah, and again, like I don't know if the rumor of like James Gunn taking the mantle to, direct Batman, which I'm fine with cuz he understood Superman. So I feel like he's got to understand Batman. I just don't want any of the, Guardians of the Galaxy silliness in it. Like
Hmm.
that Superman had. Like I want the grittiness of Batman. Like I mean, he's also supposed to be a character of hope, but like in a darker tone. So I feel like if they, or rather, if he executes it right, like no problems, had. So I don't know, and I hope again, like I only hope that for the best for the DCU because like with Marvel rebooting at this point, I feel like we'll get like our first reboot Marvel film before we get like Batman at this point, which is unfortunate because that means we'll probably have like 7 years before the DCU Batman. And a lot of people are rumoring, well, what if they don't do Batman until the Batman's trilogy's over? And I'd be like, well, that would suck because
Hmm.
then at that point, just make Robert Pattinson Batman. Like,
Yeah,
I
make
don't
him the
know.
DC Batman at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're going to take your time you know, with the new Batman, which again, like studios think, oh, it's going to confuse fans, but and
Yes
it
and no.
does. It,
Like,
it it confuses the heck out of both my parents and my grandparents. Like my grandpa keeps talking about it. It's like, so why isn't Henry Cavill Superman anymore? Like, is that new Superman supposed to be like a continuation? I'm like, no, no, it's starting over, Grandpa. He's like, well, why did they start over? It's because Snyder had no idea what he was doing. And people can fight me on that. Zack Snyder had no idea what he was doing. Okay?
not a clue.
Just gonna put it out there. Like, Henry Cavill was Superman in a Batman costume. So, or what did I say? Henry
Superman in a
Cavill.
Batman costume.
Sorry, he's Batman in a Superman costume, vice versa. So even my argument didn't hold up there, but you guys get what I mean. Like, and I mean,
It was
some people,
understood. Yeah, it was understood.
yeah, and some people don't understand what I mean though too. Like, people are like, "What are you talking about? Like, he's a symbol of hope," and I'm like, "Bro, his whole city was destroyed to the point where people hated him."
Hmm.
And Superman in this universe was hated for a different reason. Not even that bad of a one. Like, his parents supposedly, which I hope they do change this, made it so that he like came down to Earth to, you
Take
know,
over.
yeah, recolonize, be a conqueror and everything. I hope they change that because like Mr. Terrific said the guys that translated it are legit, but what if Lex Luthor just paid him off? And
Hmm.
like,
It's an easy
so
possibility.
yeah, and I would honestly prefer that over, Superman actually having to deal with the tragic thought of like, oh, my parents were actually the villains and all this. When, well, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, that makes me love Ma and Pa Kent even more. Like, they were, like, when Pa Kent was giving that speech to him, even though, like, with how short it was, bro, like, I was in tears, bro. I was like,
Mhm.
man,
Very.
protect Pa Kent at all costs, man. If he dies ever, I'm gonna lose it. Like, I mean, he's an older gentleman too, the guy who plays him. So I'm sure we'll unfortunately see him, or maybe he just looks older than he is. But like, you
Are
know,
you talking about the one in the show or like the one in the movie?
the one in the movie, like the older, rounder gentleman, like he,
Okay. Just checking.
yeah, like just the way, like, and my boss was talking to me about it. He was like, dude, I don't like how country they are. And I'm like, dude, they're literally in a farm. What do you
They're like
mean?
in
Like,
Kansas, like it's in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, come on.
yeah, exactly. And on top of that, they're like he's like, yeah, but I just don't like how hicky they made them, like how like incapable they were with technology and stuff. I'm like, dude, that makes them super cute, bro. Like I freaking love how like adorably naive they are as an older couple. Like I
Hmm.
love it. Their dynamic is just so perfect, and it just goes to show why um Clark is such a boy scout. Like it shows why he has such a good heart is because he's got fantastic parents. So I don't know. Like just even thinking about it, like I'm a little teary eyed because I'm like, oh, that's like, and that's the one thing I don't understand. Either the stands for the Snyderverse are just so heavily influenced by Snyder that they just can't see how good man or Superman was, and I'm so glad they didn't stick with the name.
Stick with the what?
But so originally the film was going to be called Superman Legacy, but they
Oh,
just switched it to Superman, and I'm so glad for that because literally he is just straight up Superman. Like I don't care what anyone says, like he is the embodiment of what Superman should be.
yeah.
Like admittedly, like David Corn sweats a little. Like I mean, he's not skinny, but the suit makes him look skinny. I feel like they should have given him a more like skin tighter suit, like so people would probably be more convinced. But like
I
his
mean,
mannerisms, his again boy scoutishness, like it just works for me. Like he just did such a good job.
what really shocked me was his voice. Like, I didn't know, I didn't know he was gonna sound like that. I was like, oh, he's gonna sound super childish and wimpy, and I'm like, good lord, man's
Yeah,
got
no,
a
dude, he
voice on
sounds
him.
stoic as hell.
So like, I've always been a Batman guy. Like, I love Superman, I love Batman, but
No,
like,
I agree with you.
I want to see more of like Red Hood. I want to see more. I mean, I don't want to sound selfish, but like, I want it. Um,
No, I agree.
so
Like I think before, like, because again, like I feel like Injustice, although it's a good game, and then Henry Cavill's Superman, they ruined Superman's image for me. Like, cause I grew up thinking like, oh, he's the good guy, but then like anytime anything goes south for him, he immediately becomes like the worst guy ever.
Yep.
Like, and that's why I like. So for people who don't know this, the symbol that they chose for David Cornsweat's Superman is called the Kingdom Come Superman's symbol. And in that run, Superman loses pretty much everybody. So like he loses Lois, he loses all his friends at the Daily Planet because it like gets destroyed and everyone died in it. But he was like one of the sole survivors, obviously, because he's Superman, and he couldn't do anything about it. He like basically saw it all go down and lost. So from that point on, he didn't turn evil, but instead just retired. Like he went back to being a normal, guy instead of being Superman to do good in different ways. And then
Wasn't that the Smallville one?
no,
The one in the
Smallville
TV
was a
show?
different one.
Because like
No,
it.
so in Crisis on Infinite Earths, it was the Superman that also played the Atom. That was the Kingdom Come
Oh,
Superman.
okay, okay. Just clarifying.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Just clarifying.
No, you're good. Now, admittedly, I hope the reason for the choice in symbol isn't because they want to go with the Kingdom Come storyline, because that would mean like Lois probably ends up dying at some
Hmm.
point, and I loved their dynamic too. Like it felt a little forced at times, but so did Man of Steel's. Man of Steel's dynamic
Oh,
was just so
yeah.
weird to me.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, like I I would hate to see them kill off Lois right away. It again, it'd be something like killing off Aunt May, like with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which is still my only gripe. Is like nobody knows who he is, and Aunt May's dead. Like he didn't even win in the end. He like just lost, lost, lost.
He lost
Like
literally everything. So like I can understand like if this bro goes through like a huge, massive crisis.
yeah, no, dude. If he goes through the black suit crisis in a badass way, dude. Oh, I'm so ready, bro. Like I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see Tom in the black suit, especially for Secret Wars. Because my thought process is it'll be the fourth movie, then Secret Wars, or sorry, no, the fourth movie. Oh wait, yeah, no, I'm right. So the fourth movie, Secret Wars, then the black suit saga in the fifth movie, and then the sixth movie. There's two possibilities. One of them I hate, one of them I don't mind. One is he dies, which I hate, but
Don't say that.
I know. But in the end, Miles takes the mantle. Or like in the Spider-Man 2 game, he retires for a little bit and Miles takes the mantle. So either way, Miles is probably taking the mantle, but I just don't want Tom to die. Okay,
No.
that's the only thing I don't
I'd
want.
rather him just retire. Like retire, leave, whatever. I don't want to. Yeah, I feel like for Marvel fans, we've had enough like death, and like especially after like what's gonna happen in Doomsday, like we shouldn't have any more deaths for a while.
Yeah.
But have you seen the this probably might just be like fake or whatever, but there's talk about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man going back in time working with Wolverine with the TVA and like fixing timelines or doing something regarding timelines. Did you and I talk about that last week?
A little bit, yes. I think that
Okay.
was part of the recap, but yeah, no, like so what I had brought up is the possibility that the world that we see in the first is going to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and it's being destroyed because Doom like convinced the X-Men to help fight Spider-Man and Doc Ock, knowing they'd be a threat.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, that's like the rumored like starting point. But we have a week until the full trailer releases
Mm.
at the Super Bowl. So everybody, get your popcorn ready. I will probably only watch the game to see the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the halftime show if it's good, but we'll
Yeah, I
see.
don't even know who's doing the halftime show this year.
I think my boss was talking about it. He said someone called Bad Bunny. I
Bad Bunny. Who the heck is Bad Bunny?
I am not familiar with them either, honestly.
Okay. All right. Sounds stupid, but okay. Bad Bunny. Anyways, not trying to shit on some random company or band or whatever. Um, yeah, it's just I've been on just a Marvel grind lately. Like, if
Same.
this okay, so let's do this then. If like after Doomsday or whatever, who would you be okay with them bringing back to life, and who would you not be okay with bringing back to life?
So that's the thing. From what I heard, they're bringing back everyone pretty much. Like they're bringing back a Steve Rogers, a Iron Man, so like Tony Stark. They're bringing back probably a new Loki because or unless Tom Hiddle because I feel like Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth both want to stay in those roles. I could be wrong about Tom Hiddleston. Chris Hemsworth for sure. I know he said he'd keep doing Thor until they were done with him,
Hmm.
but I feel like at that point that just means like don't or soft reboot and don't recast him. Same what they're doing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like they're not going to recast him because he wants to stay as Spider-Man until, eventually if Miles comes around the corner and takes on the role. Which again, I'm happy with either outcome. I just prefer Peter Parker because that is the Spider-Man I grew up with. And I actually know people who have grown up with Miles, which I think is kind of cool cuz in a sense, that's just reality. Like a lot of people grow up with different upbringings, so they like have different heroes and stuff that they know and love.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I would be fine with everyone coming back because that means we get the whole Marvel universe finally connected like it should have been from the get-go. Like obviously Marvel was in a bad spot. It was going out of business, so they had to send separate shares of franchises to different places like the X-Men and Fantastic Four went to Fox, Sony got Spider-Man, um, I think it was Universal got the Hulk, and then Paramount got like Iron Man and all the other guys and
Ooh,
stuff.
yeah.
So so it was spread across everywhere. But then as soon as Avengers 1 happened, Disney took it because I don't think it made as much as it should have. I don't remember the whole process, but yeah, Disney took over at that point, which, I'm glad that they're finally bringing everything together. I just wish they would stop forcing characters that I don't know as well. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm glad I get to know new characters. And then I'm glad for, like, not as popular characters, but, like, super cool characters like Moon Knight getting, like, in the spotlight and everything. So,
I just feel
you
like they
know,
need to like focus more on like backstories for older characters because I feel like sometimes like they'll be like, oh yeah, here's this super cool character, and then the next movie or two movies later, they're like, oh by the way, here's this new character, and you're like, "Oh, what about the backstory on the first one that you showed me? Like I want more
I
backstory. I mean, like I
I
feel like
will.
I should automatically know the backstories of some of these characters, but like still,
So are you talking like older characters as in like characters we have seen but like don't know a lot about? Like cuz I mean, I feel like Iron Man, Captain America and Spider-Man and like pretty much the main Avengers cast do not need backstories, but
yeah.
like characters like yeah, like I think I know characters you're talking about then, yeah. And then I heard they did cancel Blade again.
Oh my gosh, come on. That would have been
So
a good
they're
show.
yeah, and that's the other problem I have with Marvel is like one like not as great show happens and they immediately just give up. Like that bothers me.
Consistency is key, guys. Consistency is key.
For real. And honestly, like that's why I'm excited for this new Marvel universe in a way because well, and the rumor is after Secret Wars, instead of focusing on the Avengers, we'll get a whole storyline focusing on both the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And I'm like,
Okay, I'm cool with the X-Men.
yes,
Yeah, I'm cool with the X-Men.
yes,
Yeah.
X-Men, absolutely. Fantastic Four, if they
Meh.
can convince me. But I don't like
Yeah.
time travel, nor am I huge on dimension travel unless it's like the Spider-Verse. But like even then, like alternate realities can just get so messy.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I don't hate it, but I also just never really liked it from the get-go. Like I would enjoy it if they told the story right. Like with Avengers Endgame, like I hate time travel, but in my opinion, their version of time travel is so much better. Where it doesn't mess with their timeline, it just almost creates a new timeline by like going to that point in time and like creates a new branch or
It
whatever.
just alters it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't even like ruin the timeline necessarily either cuz Cap went back and gave all the Infinity Stones back.
I'm
So,
glad we finally get to see what happens there.
oh, are they going to do a show about that?
I don't know if they're
Oh
gonna
wait,
do
you
a
know what?
show, but like they showed it in the trailer of like him doing stuff. So like I'm pretty sure we're gonna see like I mean he's obviously gonna explain it 'cause someone's gonna ask him like, oh hey, how was it? Like maybe Bucky or someone will ask him. Like he's gonna say it. Probably not full detail, but he will explain a little bit of it.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I didn't like about the ending of Endgame is like why didn't both Bucky and Sam go and talk to old man Steve? Like Bucky is literally
Yeah.
Steve's best friend, and only Sam went to him. Like that
I mean,
bothered me. Like I get it; it
Bucky
was a
Bucky gave
passing
him
of
the eye. Bucky gave him the look of like, hey, you should be the one to go over there. And I'm just like, but Bucky, you're Bucky,
yeah, no,
you
like
know?
because even in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, like Bucky feels so distraught because he feels like he doesn't belong. And he kind of doesn't in a way. Like he kind of wishes Cap probably took him back with him.
Hmm.
But like I mean, obviously he's adjusting how Captain America should have adjusted in the first place, like in the original Marvel comics, which I was hoping for. Like I was really hoping they would, show that side of Cap like cuz like even in Winter Soldier, it shows him like writing down things he needs to be caught up with and like I thought it was funny cuz one of them was like Star Wars, like someone
Hmm.
said like recommended him watching Star Wars or something. So, but yeah, I don't know. I that would be interesting though. Maybe instead of it starting with like the whole Tobey Maguire thing, it starts with him explaining, like you said, to
To like Bucky or
how
someone.
he like yeah,
Yeah.
like where he went through all the time traveling and stuff, and maybe it shows flashbacks and such.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Oh, did you die?
Yeah.
Sorry, I looked away for a second.
No, you're good. I'm upgrading my floating base up there. I, yeah. Um. Mm, Trying to think of like what else, cause like, wait, hold on, what's this? I don't know who made that. Cause so
Hello?
can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I don't know how far back I was talking. Um, okay, I'll just say like I'm worried and afraid that they're gonna kill off Tobey Maguire because like
That's
He's
a lot of
old.
people's fear.
Cause like yeah, he's
Yeah.
older, and I can understand like, oh, like he needs to go or whatever. Like I can understand, but at the same time, like I don't want to lose him, but I know
Yeah,
we will.
do the send off like they did
Like
with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they didn't kill any of them off. They just, they kind of all just live together now. Like they kind of have their own happy ending. So, yeah, no, I don't want any of them to die either, even though like even Anthony Mackie in like one interview was like nobody's safe and I'm like, bro, like they're gonna
they're gonna kill somebody.
yeah.
Stop.
So it's unfortunate, really.
Because
Like
then
I mean,
Magneto's gonna die. Charles Xavier might die.
those I'm more okay with because I feel like they'll die fighting. Like they'll go
Yes,
out like badasses. Like I don't know. I feel like they won't have a huge significant role, and maybe that's why Scott is screaming like at the end of that one trailer. Maybe like he sees that Professor Xavier and Magneto are killed off. Probably more so Professor Xavier since he hasn't gotten along with Magneto.
yeah, no, not quite at all. No.
Yeah. And I know kind of a hot take, but I would love to see because apparently this isn't a comic relationship, but Rogue and Gambit. I'd love to see
Mm-hmm.
them together, especially with how Marvel Rivals did it. I know she was kind of a scumbag in X-Men '97, but you know, hopefully they don't show that part
Like,
about it because that would be
yeah,
super
she
weird.
can be patched up. She'll be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm really excited for the X-Men more than anything, admittedly. Like cuz I would love to see some more Nightcrawler action. I just don't want him killed off at the start
Oh God,
cuz
that would
that would
suck.
suck. Like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, if they kill off Nightcrawler like sooner than later, I'm be pissed.
I'm gonna be really excited to see Beast, dude. Beast has always been my favorite. Like, I'm more of a Beast guy than I am a Banner guy. Like, Beast is like my opinion better than Banner. Um,
Y- Especially the movie interpretations, like they give him such like a nice kind heart, like he's such a supporting professor and friend to everyone.
and very protective when he needs to be. And I'm like, dude, I love like he's so like gives off the character vibe of like, yeah, like don't fuck like I don't like conflict or whatever. Like I'm kind of like shy with that. But then like whenever he needs to get upset, you see him get upset and you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, like even
He's so cool.
Nicholas Holt's portrayal, the guy that did Lex Luthor recently in the younger X-Men movies, like
Hmm.
I loved his portrayal because he was kind of like the nerdy, geeky kid that becomes Beast. And personally, even though it wasn't as comic accurate, I kind of liked his more almost feline looking bestial look
Hmm.
that he had.
Yeah.
Like instead of like just blue makeup and like very hairy, like I liked his portrayal of Beast that way. So, but yeah, that's I don't know if that's necessarily a hot take, but that's just how I feel about it.
Because like if they're redoing the X-Men, like I'm just excited to see like go to a movie theater and see X-Men pop up on the theater screen. Because like I saw X-Men growing up as a kid, and then they stopped doing them for a little while, and then I'm like, okay, awesome, that's great. And then like now that they're gonna be doing it again, and I'm like, oh, and I'm hoping like considering that they said they're bringing everybody back, it's gonna be cool to see like the whole team back, the whole original everybody, and then like see Angel and all of them and stuff
Angel
like
would be
that.
sweet. Cause
Eh,
yeah, Angel was one of the first X-Men in the comics. Like I've been reading the X-Men comics recently, or not like recently, but like the last time I read them, I was reading X-Men, and it was Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Angel, and I think one other, but that was like the first lineup of X-Men. So Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'd love to see Angel because like he's such an interesting character. Like, and I just hope they don't turn him into Archangel immediately, like they've done
Mm-hmm.
like every single run with him since. Like, I don't know.
Like give him some backstory, give him some, whatever. Like I hate whenever they like show a character that they know people like and they're like, "Oh, everybody likes him. Cool. Bam. Here's his ultimate power or ultimate upgrade." And you're just like, "Oh, come on." Like, I want to see his backstory. I want to see his glow up. I want to see his struggles. I want to see his laughter, his pain, his losses, his girlfriends, his, acne, whatever it may be. Like I want to grow up with the character. I think that's what makes certain characters that I like more relatable or more enjoyable is because like it's a character you can grow up with. Like you can like grow up watching it, you can grow up learning about him instead of just being like, "Oh, bam, this character's like super 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 overpowered. You like that? Cool. Here's another one."
Mm,
You know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you because, and especially the younger X-Men idea, like I love that because yeah, it would be like growing up with Spider-Man all over again. But like I feel like obviously they should all be like around Spidey's age because Spidey is I'm pretty sure younger than all the X-Men. So like they'll be in like their young adult years kind of like he is, so like 18 and then we'll see them grow up to be adults. Like kind of like growing up with your favorite YouTuber, like I grew up with I Am Wildcat and
Mm-hmm.
man is now a father, which is crazy to me because I grew up with him being about my uncle's age, so kind of like young adult to now he's married and has his own daughter. Like which is just super
It's insane.
weird that it's cool to follow, but like at the same time like it's just so fascinating to see people like that in your life grow up. So, well,
Um,
we're almost out of time. We got about 3 minutes. So, um, I kind of have a question for us. What
okay.
is a Marvel project you'd want them to do?
Oh shit. It'll kind of be a go back on, well, not really a go back on what I said. Like I've already mentioned it. Like I think it'd be cool to see a story or like even if it was a TV show, I'd be okay with it. Like a version of like Angel's backstory. Like if you like since he was the first X-Men, I think it'd be cool to see like a backstory on like how he came to be, like his origin. Because I don't know too much on his backstory or his real origin. Um, and I think it'd be cool. Maybe I could just be an adult and just buy a comic book and read it. But
I
um,
mean, I was going to say, so like, they don't explain, at least in the very first comic, they don't explain how any of them come to meet Professor X yet. Like they just talk about how it's a school for gifted children or people with mutant powers,
mhm.
and they even meet like Jean. Jean's like the new student in the comic book. So, but
But yeah,
um
I would want to do like a show on like Angel, like his backstory and everything. So
that would be pretty cool honestly. Like I see, and I'm going to do one which kind of like you, pretty obvious what I'd want. So, okay, give the movies 2 miles, but compromise and give Tom Holland his own TV show where he goes on various adventures fighting his crime, like so his criminals, and maybe even give him a cameo in Daredevil. And I heard recently that the director for Deadpool 4, or well, the director for the past few Deadpool movies
mhm.
wants to do the fourth one and it be a team up with him with Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Oh,
And
that'd be
I'd
badass.
freaking yeah, I'd love that. And and then Ryan Reynolds, you're going to like this one. came out and said what he'd like to do for Deadpool 4. So either way, it's a win for either of us. Like it for Deadpool 4, Ryan Reynolds wants to do Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider as his next cameo and like revive that character. I'm like, bro,
God, yeah, God, yeah.
let either of these men cook, because I want to see Spider-Man with Deadpool. You want to see Ghost Rider with Deadpool. Either way, it's a win for us.
That
So
dude,
yeah.
man, just just the duo. I mean, just the duo of like I don't want to call him childish, but like child wittiness, like wholesome Spider-Man with with I don't give a shit attitude Daredevil would just be so funny to watch. Like so worth it and so like awesome to watch. And then like if they did Ghost Rider, it would be like the whole like one like they kind of really both don't care all that much. Like they care, but they don't care too much. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mm.
you got like that dynamic, like that duo right there, and you're just like, oh God, like what chaos can these two create? Versus, I feel like in Spider-Man and Deadpool is like Spider-Man would try to convince Deadpool, hey, you know, you probably shouldn't do that, and he's like, I don't care. It'd just be funny with like the older brother, younger brother type attitude or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it would be so cool to see both of them. Like, oh my God. Now, if they did all three together, that would be insane. But
Yeah, honestly, I like just thinking about it right now, like, cause I'm
just
like
makes me
giving thought,
happy.
like, yeah, what could they do? Like, it could be so cool any way they do it. But that is unfortunately out of our time.
No,
I know, right?
no,
Um,
stop.
oh, no, no.
Just kidding. You can keep. You can. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I mean, you're our outro man, so
I know. I know. Well, then you're gonna come over to me, boy. Put down whatever you're doing. Come to me.
where are you?
On my base. My sky
You
base.
said you were Skybase. You want to TP me there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go. Oh, I,
You
I
teleported me to
teleported.
me.
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Just
this is
added
cool.
I'm adding more areas. So I got this
Oh, okay, I
platform,
see.
and then I
I
got the.
thought you were building a new one.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
No, it's the same one. I'm just adding to it. So I got water under that bridge. I'm trying to add more to this side. I got this side. Dude, it takes so long to do this crap. It's not even funny. I spent this
I
whole
can
podcast
imagine.
doing this.
Yeah, no,
But
I like start building, and then when I start talking, I just start freaking pacing around my whole build, and then end up doing nothing but like a few things here or there.
like, my issue is now I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to put here. Like I built these, but I don't know what to build. So
Just build like a little village, honestly, because you almost got like a community thing going on.
yeah, I could
It
build
would
like a
seem more
blacksmith
interesting.
here, like a farmer's market over on that side. Something, yeah. Anyways, don't mean to get too distracted from the episode.
No, you're good.
Um, I do appreciate you guys dealing with me sounding like this and sounding sick. It was something I wanted. I wanted to get at least get the podcast done. I wanted to at least, get that at like I wanted to like that's the one thing I was looking forward to this week was doing a podcast. And I was like, yeah, I hope I'm not too sick. I hope I'm not too sick. I hope I'm not too sick. Um, but anyways, I'm glad that I was able to get it and do it. But thank you guys for listening. You guys should check out my Twitch channel at Phantom Voyager on Twitch. YouTube, I think, is still Griffin Shock. I haven't really changed it all that much. I haven't even uploaded, so don't really have to worry about that one. You guys can check out my buddy over here, Multi Hyphen Mite. on YouTube, and then Multi might here on Twitch. Which, if you guys are here and listening, you guys are should just hit follow and become a member of our community here. We upload every Saturday, or well, not upload. We do live streams every Saturday, an episode every Saturday. Um, Check out our Sense of Humor's podcast, YouTube channel. Check that out on YouTube. I can't think of anything else. Can you think of anything else?
No, I think you hit it on the nose. Did you recommend them your channels and everything too?
Yeah, recommended mine, and then I recommended yours,
And
and
then,
our the YouTube channel.
perfect. All right, then yeah, no, I think it's a good send off.
All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.